Hello everyone. My name is Brian Levison and I am the Investigatory Powers Commissioner. I wanted to take a few minutes to update you on what we've been doing at IPCO over the summer months. It's been quite a busy quarter and I'm pleased to share some of the key developments with you. Let me start with May. One of the highlights was spending 2 days in Scotland, where I had the chance to meet Angela Constance, the Cabinet Secretary for Justice and Home Affairs. It was our first proper sit-down together, and I'm pleased to say it was constructive. We talked through how we can work more closely with the Scottish Government and align our objectives moving forward. Whilst I was in Scotland, I also met with Joe Farrell, the Chief Constable at Police Scotland. Again, this was our first meeting in our respective roles, so it was important to establish that connection. We focused on our joint priorities around investigatory powers, and I was able to share some findings from our recent inspections, particularly around thematic warrants and renewal applications. These face-to-face conversations really do make a difference to building that mutual understanding across the UK. On a different note, we published our 2023 annual report. I want to say a genuine thank you to everyone on the team who worked so hard to make that happen. I know that many of you regularly ask about the timing of our reports, and I'm pleased to say that we've changed the format and speeded up the process. So we're hoping to publish our 2024 report later this year. Moving into June. This was a month where we really focused on bringing people together. Our biannual all-staff days across Manchester, Birmingham and London were fantastic opportunities for our teams to connect with colleagues and engage with the topics central to our work. June was also particularly exciting on the international front. We hosted a senior delegation from the Netherlands, from their 2 oversight bodies, who came to learn from our experiences of merging IPCO and OCTA. It's always interesting to see how other countries look at our model. I also have the pleasure of welcoming the Japanese ambassador, Hiroshi Suzuki. This continued a conversation that started in December 2023, when a Japanese delegation visited the UK looking for a model of oversight to copy in Japan. It was followed when I visited Japan earlier this year and spoke to officials and politicians. And so it was that finally I met with Minister Taera here in London to discuss their plans for setting up their own oversight authority, having passed the relevant legislation through their parliament. These international exchanges really highlight how IPCO's approach is being looked at as a model for effective oversight. We also brought all our judicial commissioners together for a day to reflect on their work and their vital role in safeguarding our investigatory powers framework. And then we get to July, which has been particularly busy, both for IPCO and for me. I'm happy to share that the Prime Minister reappointed me as the UK's Investigatory Powers Commissioner for a third 3-year term from the 20th of October 2025. I am grateful for this continued confidence, which is in truth a confidence in IPCO as a whole, and I look forward to leading IPCO through the next phase of our important work. A major milestone for me personally was publishing part 1 of my independent review of the criminal courts. This sets out my findings and policy recommendations to address the very real crisis that is facing criminal justice right now. We also welcomed 2 new judicial commissioners to the team, Lady Leona Dorian and Lady Valerie Stacey, both from Scotland. Having them join us really strengthens our oversight capacity, and I'm looking forward to working with them both. Finally, an engagement which I really value. That is our annual round table with the NGOs, Reprieve, Big Brother Watch, Privacy International, and Open Rights Group. We focused this year's session on our 2023 annual report, as well as discussing recent developments. These conversations aren't always easy. We don't always see eye to eye, but that is exactly why they are so valuable and important to what we do. It's all about that commitment to meaningful dialogue and transparency. So that's where we've been over the summer. Looking ahead, we continue with the approvals and inspections as usual. In addition, we've been following the MI5 Agent X case, and I await direction from the Prime Minister following the High Court judgment and the IPT direction. I will publish key documents on IPCO's website and update you in due course. A final word. All these activities really reflect what IPCO is about. That dedication to accountability, transparency, and working in the public interest that drives everything that we do. Thank you for your continued support, which is critical to our work. Until next time.